Welcome to another episode of My Crap Car, the show where we celebrate all the crap cars that you send in from around the planet.
And speaking of around the planet, the first part of the planet we're going to is New Jersey in the United States of America, where we're going to go look at a Hyundai.
We call them a Hyundai over here, but in America they call them a Hyundai, like Sunday.
With one of the most confusing names ever, which is a Tiburon.
This one was bought for $300, sight unseen. Keep your eyeballs out for the hammer dong. It's awesome.
What's up, everybody? It's Matt. This is our submission for crap cars there on Mighty Car Mods. Hi, Moog. Hi, Marty. This is our crap car. We've taken this here crap car and we've made it a little bit better. We've also made it a little bit worse. So let me show you what's up with our crap car. Here we have some wonderful drift stitching. Of course, you gotta have your GoPro mount for when you're doing dumb things and your custom chipped emblem that we painted a nice flat black. Full special. I think he paid $20 for these hood pins. Under our hood we have custom painted ported intake, a cheap AutoZone Spectre filter. It doesn't run with the MAF plugged in. It also has a wonderful sensor right here that is for the reverse lights, that if you do not jiggle it after going into reverse, it doesn't turn off and then you blind everyone down the road. This is a real functional hood scoop. Our AC does not work and we had to replace our old cheap fan because it blew to pieces. A wonderful green tow hook and D-shackle that has replaced this fog light. If you look over here, we have a kill switch for our battery. This one is airplane style. I mean, our radio has been deleted from the center console over to the passenger side with nothing but this wonderful plastic strap holding it in, and a trailer vent. Our light switches here, those control my co-pilot lights. Hammer shift knob, it's weighted, and that means it's like race car. The Honda master cylinder sitting precariously above our airbag sensor, which runs a hydro e-brake with custom lines straight back through the rear bulkhead here. There's the T for our brake lines, rubber silicone around them where they come into the car, and you can guess why there's about a ton of extra silicone there. It's because Johnny drilled too many holes when he was putting it in. The back door pockets make for excellent extra fluid storage. We have our speakers hanging out so that they can be removed quickly, as well as this subwoofer if we ever get on the racetrack, and our own custom rear tie bar. Craptascular seats that have officially fallen apart, so we covered them in craptascular seat covers. No carpets because they were moldy, and our battery cable temporarily runs through this PVC pipe to keep it protected to run all the way to the back. Custom mud flaps at all four corners. They're custom made in-house. Good thing they're cheap because we just keep making extra. Sunroof kit deleted, riveted in. Sticker with tons of bubbles, and actually I think part of it's fallen off. Custom park bench wing. These stickers here cover up the existing holes for the old spoiler. Did I forget to mention that that's held in by tape? Defenders, which you can see someone has written in dust and ultimately forever in the paint. Oh yeah, and this bumper isn't attached in this corner. And this flaccid penis here is because Johnny kept hitting his eye on the old antenna, so he replaced it with a small floppy one. We've put this threaded rod in here so that we can stack up to 2 tires. We have our tie bar. I believe this is actually a piece of electrical conduit, but it's stiff as hell and oversized, and we hammered it in and then welded it in, and we coated it in paint. Our battery relocates back here. Nice and safe, nice interstate battery. That jumble of wires that this car seemed to have come with. 2 different wheels here. This one, as you can see, the paint's not very good. It's chipped all the way off. And then we have a stock Hyundai wheel. Giant fence post. Somebody drilled holes in the stock mufflers. That is our crap car. I'll just walk.
Man, the claw hammer gear knob, I'm all about that. We could start a new trend. You're just like hammering gears left, right, and center.
I love it.
Yeah, just that because they're on the wrong side.
The wrong side. Super functional though, like, you know, obviously a rally/race car budget build thing. I love the roof vent.
Oh, the
vent's
roof
mad.
vent thing is awesome.
Yep.
The holes drilled in the exhaust, not sure about that. But Martin, why the sub and the stereo and stuff? I can't quite get my head around that stuff in the rally car.
Multi-function car, man.
Really?
Because you want to cruise the streets with your sub going, and then you want to take it out and go to the track or go to a rally stage.
If it actually started.
If it actually started. I wanted to actually talk about the elephant in the room, though.
Oh, did you?
Firstly, that's a mad shed. Looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, it looks very
mad
well
shed
equipped.
envy. But there is an elephant in your shed that no one's talking about. But we're going to talk about it right now.
Do it, Martin. Are we talking about the RX-7?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That RX-7's mad.
I think that's why it's not on this show, because this is my crap car and not my awesome car.
Mad, really clean looking RX-7.
Martin, let's kick it on. From Hyundais to Falcons, Martin.
Hyundais to Ford Falcons, one of the most renowned Australian vehicles ever made.
And this renowned Australian vehicle is in New Zealand, Martin. Let's say g'day to Ben, or should I say, how do you pronounce Ben in New Zealand?
Ben.
G'day Unicorn Circuit, my name's Ben and this is my crap car. I'm going to start with the obvious.
My car likes to lock itself while it's idling and I'm in the middle of nowhere. Luckily, I have one of these.
Alright, let me show you around. We have mismatched seats because the arse collapsed in this one. I have Falcon gear, steering wheel, gear knob and shifter. Nice leather gear arm pads. All taken from the wreckers. Super amazing sound system. It's geriatric. This is my dust collection. Fan still works, though the heat does not. This is my favorite part. It's been in an accident and we replaced the whole front by doing this. Brand new radiator hose, because the old one jumped out of here into here. Anti-corrosion measures, not really working. It does have amazing storage space. Check out all of this. Back door handle doesn't work. You have to open it from the inside. Then it doesn't like to close. These cars are dime a dozen over in Aussie, but this one's a Kiwi. It's a 2001 AU2 with an AU3 front and bits of Fairmont thrown in for good measure. It's got a 4-litre straight 6 producing maybe around 100 horsepower these days. Gets me around in style. I actually had somebody run away from me when I pulled up to ask directions once in this car. Try not to get the steering wheel wet because it becomes all sticky. It's kind of weird. Of course the sway bar bushes have had it, along with the suspension, the shock. Good times. My name's Ben. This is my crap car.
10 out of 10 for the DIY car repairs. Chaining a bit of your car to a tree and just, I mean, that's loose, man. That's loose. What a crap car, but what a mad car. What a crap burnout.
Of all the cars you could get in New Zealand, you chose a Ford Falcon.
But it's done, you know, over 300,000 Ks and it's still going strong, I guess you would say.
I think all AU Falcons lock themselves as well. I think that's a well-known problem. Something else happens, like the interior light starts to flash randomly when you turn the, I don't know.
Quality vehicles. Next up, and our third and final car for the day is absolutely crap, but also absolutely awesome and probably unlike anything you've seen before. Check this out.
This is my car. It's not really a car, it's actually a 1995 Nissan Hardbody pickup. I call it the King, because it's a King cab. And also because, come on, look at it. It rules. But if I were to ask any random person on the street, or anyone in my family, or my girlfriend, or even some of my closest friends, they'd probably all say the same thing. It's a piece of crap. And while I don't agree with that sentiment, it's also objectively true. Let's start with the basics. The King is a rear-wheel drive model with a 5-speed manual and a 2.4-liter KA24E single overhead cam 4-banger. It's about as low of a trim package you could get in a production vehicle at the time, so it has some nice gray cloth seats with gray plastic and vinyl interior, rolly windows, and no air conditioning. It's a little-known Superleggera model that saves weight by replacing cumbersome steel with wooden planks and rust holes. It has a 3-inch lowering kit on it that I found in a junkyard with 16 by 8.5 steelies. It has trailer lights that I bought at a hardware store, complete with exposed wiring for the reverse lights I never bothered to hook up, and bungee cords holding all the wiring to the frame. It has 380,000 kilometers on it, which is about 236,000 miles for you imperialists out there. Despite its high mileage, it has absolutely no mechanical issues. Except for the engine, which burns and leaks oil, the drive shaft, which flops around due to lack of a carrier bearing, the fuel tank, which leaks when filled over halfway, the radio antenna, which is lying on the floor of my garage, and an exhaust leak and a timing belt rattle. The truck started its life as a nice crimson, but has matured like a handsome silver fox into a dignified mixture of crimson, red primer, untreated pine, and black spray paint. The 130 horsepower engine gets the truck from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, eventually, and the leaf spring / torsion bar / blown strut suspension means that the truck handles somewhat similar to what I imagine a drunk flying carpet handles like. All said and done, despite being a rusty, sketchy, high-mileage cocktail of short-sighted engineering and suspiciously cheap building materials, the King has been a reliable daily driver for me the entire time that I've owned it, never quitting on me for even a second. Oh, and also the horn doesn't work.
So there you have a collection of crappy / awesome cars that we are celebrating and bringing into the limelight.
That's right, we're feeding these crappy cars directly into your eyeballs via the interballs. We'd love to see your crap car, so you can send us in a video to mycrapcar@theunicorncircuit.com, upload it to YouTube, shoot this way, don't put music on it because then otherwise YouTube will flag it, send it in to us, and then if it's mad, we will feature it on the show. And like we always say on My Crap Car,
make sure you feed the horse backwards.